Right. Okay. So let's see now linked list. Okay. Okay. So what is linked list? So linked list, see, you can insert from the front and even from the back side also. Both sides you can insert and you can do anything. That's what the linked list will do. So in the array list, you can insert only one side, right? One element you can insert it. But here you can insert the elements, remove the elements from both sides. So that's a doubly linked list concept it follows. So linked list class uses a doubly linked list to store the elements. So it provides a linked list data structure and it inherits the abstract list class and implements the list and DQ interfaces. List and DQ interfaces. So as I already mentioned, so list and DQ interfaces are implemented in the linked list class. Again, so the main difference we'll discuss between array list and linked list. So linked list class can contain duplicate elements. Same as array list also, it contains a duplicate elements. A linked list class maintains the insertion order. And linked list class is non-synchronized. But all are same, right? Same as array list also. All these points are similar. So the only difference is array list manipulation is slow because it takes a shifting. And linked list manipulation is fast because you don't need any shifting here. So that is the main reason. And another thing, so Java linked list class can be used as a list and queue stack also. But array list you can use only as a list. So that's the main difference. The last 2 points are the main difference. See, public class linked list extends, abstract sequential list implements list to DQ, clonable, and serializable. These are all interfaces. These are all interfaces. So what is this angular bracket inside? That is called generics. We are going to discuss now. Generics, we call them. So E for elements, E for elements, you can put in. You can put any type here. So E is a type. So this angular bracket is used to declare the type. What type of data you want to keep. That's a type. Okay. And let's see now. Methods are extra. You will get something. Add first to add last to the methods you will get first to get last methods. So when you're inserting first, you can get also. So then from the last, from the first. So basically linked list is as kind of you have one node here, you're seeing right here. So this pointer points to the next node. This is called one node. So node is just, it will store the elements. And the pointer, this pointer will be point to this object. Again, this will point to another one. This is a linking. So basically it is a linking. The linking is happen in the linked list. So one element will link to other element. One element will link to other element like that. That's called a linked list. And here you have so many other even it acts as a stack also, right? Queue or stack. So you want to pick what it will do is it just retrieves the first element from the list. And there is a poll. Poll is it retrieves and removes the element from the list, the top list. The first element it will retrieve and removes from the stack. Poll first. It retrieves, removes the first element of a list, returns null if it is empty. Poll last. It retrieves and removes the last element of a list, returns null if it is empty. Pop. So pop element from the stack. Basically, it pops up the element from the stack. So push. Push means it insert onto the stack. So element will be inserted into the stack. So that's the push method. Push, pop, poll, and peak. These are the important methods when you are working with so this stack and queue. So stack mainly, all these methods are used widely. So the next one is a vector class. So vector is another class which implements the list interface. So vector is a dynamic array to store the elements. So like a array list. So array list is non-synchronized, right? But vector is a synchronized. That's a difference. So it contains many methods that are not part of the collection. So that's extra you will get in the vector class. Then what is a stack? So we already know stack means it follows the LIFO concept, LIFO data structure, this one. Last in, first out. So, and also the stack is a subclass of a vector class. That means this is the child class and the parent is vector class. And this follows the LIFO data structure. That's a stack. So stack contains all the methods like push, pick, pop. So these are the methods widely you will use when you're working with a stack. And if you, so I'll give one program on this stack. So remember me because we have to do a lot of programs and we'll do this stack program also. Next, queue interface. Queue is no, so it maintains the first in, first out order. You know, when you stand in queue, you will be the first, right? So you will come out first. That's the queue. But stack is not like that. So last in, first out data structure. So whenever you, for example, you take a go down, okay? So the last element you will get first. That's what, right? From the go down, you can take only the last element you can take first out, but not the first element when you keep in the go down. So that's the stack example. So go down is the example for a stack. And queue means, whenever you stand in the queue, so based on your order, you will come out first. First in, first out order. That's the queue. So this is the one of the famous interview question. What is the difference between array list and linked list? So both array list and linked list both are implements the list interface and maintains the insertion order. Which order you inserted, same order they will return to you. Both are non-synchronized only. As I mentioned already, the main difference is only 2 points, right? So array list internally is just a dynamic array to store the elements. But linked list mainly uses a doubly linked list to store the elements. That's another difference. Manipulation with array list is slow because when you remove one element, so shifting takes place. So that's why it is no manipulation is slow. With the array list, and linked list manipulation is faster than array list. So it uses a doubly linked list. So no bit shifting required here. That is the reason it is faster. Array list class can act as a list only because it implements the list only. Linked list class can act as a list and queue because it implements the list and the DQ interfaces. Array list is better for sorting and accessing the data. Linked list is better for manipulating the data. That's a, please read these differences. You have to read multiple times, then only you can remember them. Otherwise, it's not easy. Every day you read same thing and then you can remember. Okay. So another important topic, Java generics or generics in collection. So Java non-generics and generics in the collection. What is the purpose and how it is used? So non-generics and generics. What is meant by this? What is this generic concept? So generics means basically it is introduced in JDK 1.5 before all non-generic code. So generics allows you to have only one type of objects in the collection. So if you are not specifying generics in the collection, you can place whatever the data you want. All type of data you can also insert into the collection if you are not using a generic concept. That means that is non-generic. If you use, you can insert all type of objects. You can insert a boolean, you can insert a character, you can insert an integer, you can insert a float, anything. That's a non-generic. But if you are string or a custom classes, right? Whatever. If you mention generics, you will tell, okay, this collection should contain only strings. Then that collection, you can insert only strings, no other elements. That is called generics. Okay. So then what is the advantage of generics? So it is a type safe. So typecasting is not required at runtime. Typecasting is not required at runtime. That's a generics means. And also it checks stronger type checks at compile time. Compile time itself, it will check and you don't need to worry about that at runtime. So a Java compiler applies a strong type checking to generic code and issues errors if code violates a type safety. That's one very important concept when you use a generics. So elimination of casting, typecasting. You don't need to do typecasting. So that problem you can avoid with this generic concept. See, this is the interface, list name equal to new array list. So the implementing class object, you are creating object for implementing classes, right? So that's a array list. So list dot add hello. So for example, list dot get of 0 means now in this hello will go and store in the first position. List dot get of 0 means this you didn't specify any type, but you are mentioning in the left side string you want. But this is an object. This is not a string. And that's why if you specify left-hand side string, and you have to typecast it. This is the non-generic code. But if you use a generics like this, list, angular brackets, you are specifying the type. What type of data is your list collection? New array list, and both sides you have to specify. In the angular brackets, you will specify the type. So that is called generics. List dot add hello. And see, now you are getting list dot get of 0. I already told you how can you access the array list elements with a get method and index number. Get method parameter is index you have to pass. So now you will get hello. See, you are not typecasting here. Observe the difference here and here. So why you are typecasting here? Why you are not typecasting here? Because you made a generic already. That's why you don't need it. It's already string type. So you don't need again typecast here. So that's the another advantage with the typecasting. So enabling programmers to implement a generic algorithms. So that's another thing. This is the non-generic concept, and this is the generic concept. So, and generic type you will specify in the angular brackets, both sides. And so now you are telling if you enclose in the angular brackets something, any type, you are forcing that your collection should have only that type, no other type. So that is the generics means. So this generics is widely used in the Selenium. So Selenium, not only Selenium, in Java applications development also widely people will use. So custom classes also they will use here. So that's a, so if your collection returning that type of data, you have to mention that. So if you, other than this type, if you, you are trying to insert, then you will get a compile time error. So what will happen if you insert, even though you specified or declared a generic, but you're inserting a different type of data other than this type, then what you will get? Compile time error you will get on that line. So these are all the, so list data type collection name equal to WebDriver plural methods. So that means WebDriver plural methods are there which returns a list collection. List means what? A group of elements. That means WebDriver methods will returning a group of elements. The return type methods concept again you need to remember. See, we learned in the Java methods, and you're using so many places that same return type of formula. So list collection name new array list. This is the non-generic. List data type collection name equal to new array list. This is the generic type. Set data type collection name equal to WebDriver plural method. That means, understand here, WebDriver plural methods are returning a list type. WebDriver plural methods are returning set type also, set type collection also. That means there are some WebDriver methods which returns a list type collection, and few methods returns a set type collection also. So this is what? Set data type collection name equal to new. So this set is implemented by which classes? So that classes we'll discuss now. Set is implemented by HashSet, linked HashSet, and tree set classes. See, the generics you specify left-hand side and right-hand side both. This is the generics we call this. This is the generic. And this is the generic type. So this collection type is going to be this data type. So if anybody asks what is the data type of this collection, so you see in the angular brackets. So what is there? That is the type of this collection. Okay, so that's all about generics. Any questions before going for interface, set interface, last one?
Good so far.
Yeah. This is the crucial topic. Every line you have to by heart. I'm not saying, if you understand good, You need to mug up this at any cost, line by line, word by word you read. So I'm saying not one day you read and leave it. Read until you are perfect. Every day you keep half an hour or anything and read. Next day also read. Next day until you perfect. Don't give up this topic. This topic is the crucial topic even for interview point of view and also WebDriver point of view. So that is the crucial topic for all the interviews anywhere. First, they will ask this collection topics only. And oops. So these are the main topics they will ask. When it comes to programming, coding, if they want to test, definitely they will test coding. String or array programs only they will give. String or array programs only they will give. So that means you have to focus on string programs and array programs. So we have already, in our blog, lot of string programs. If you practice, you will, easily answer in the interviews. So it's all your patience, how much time you spend on our blog, and you will get everything, all the interview questions. Okay, so let's move on to the last topic, set interface. What is a set interface? So we already discussed the list collection, one type of collection, list collection. And we have another type, set collection. So set is a sub interface of collection interface. So set is going to extend to collection interface. And so it represents the unordered set of elements and which doesn't allow to store duplicate elements. See, list contains duplicate elements. Set contains unique elements. Set is unordered list of elements, set of elements. But list is ordered list of elements. Order, which order you inserted, that order only it will get returned to you. But set, there is no guarantee. So set contains unique elements only. If you try to enter duplicate, you will get only one now, not duplicate. But list, how many duplicates you enter, all will return to you. That's the difference between list and set. Set is implemented by HashSet class, linked HashSet class, and tree set classes. See that generic type I created. So I'm interface, that collection name, collection object reference equal to the new HashSet class. See, only we can create object for classes only, not for interfaces. So this concept also another very, very important concept. Somebody, they will confuse you. Can I create object for interface? Simply say no. Why you cannot create object for interface? What is the reason?
Cannot be instantiated because it had abstract methods to it, right? Which do not have logic to them.
Logic, exactly. That's a good, very good. So they don't have a logic, abstract methods. And if you create object, and what logic it has to execute? The abstract method doesn't have any logic. You have to define somewhere where you are defining that class logic you want, therefore create object for that class. That's what we are doing here. Right? HashSet class. And for example, you want linked HashSet class logic. Create object for linked HashSet. With that object, you call that methods. You'll get a linked HashSet logic. So which class logic you want, for that class you have to create object on the right hand side and point it to that interface and the interface reference variable. This is the runtime polymorphism, right?
Yes.
So we already mentioned runtime polymorphism. So same WebDriver also, it will come like this only. Okay, WebDriver is an interface. That WebDriver is implemented in many browser classes. Every browser has one class. So which browser you want to run your automation test case, you create object for that browser class. Then your test script will run on that browser, and that browser logic will call and it will run properly for you. Okay, that's the why I'm stressing out here is, so interface concept only will use in the Selenium. So now see collection extends a set collection. Set is implements, see that? Set implements inside the HashSet. Set is implements inside the linked HashSet. Set is implemented inside the tree set class. So that's the no set implementation in the three classes happened. So let's discuss one by one. What is HashSet? So HashSet extends to abstract a set and implements the set interface. So HashSet class is used to create a collection, generally that uses hash table concept to store the elements. So generally we have seen array list uses the dynamic array to store the elements. Linked list uses the doubly linked list to store the elements. But HashSet doesn't use that concept. So here hashing a concept they're using. What is meant by hash? Hashing means a memory address. Hashing means what? Heap memory address, heap memory object. So HashSet stores the elements by using a mechanism called hashing. HashSet contains unique elements only. HashSet allows null value. HashSet class is non-synchronized. HashSet doesn't maintain the insertion order. So elements are inserted on the basis of their hash code. So they will ask you how HashSet will store the elements. What is the answer you have to give? Based on the hash code. How ArrayList will store the elements?
Index values?
Index based. So there are list is, so index based. ArrayList stores the elements in the index based. Okay, so that's the difference between hashing and this set and list. So HashSet is the best approach for search operations. The initial default capacity of the HashSet is 16. And if 1/3, that means this is the 0.75 means 1/3 is loaded automatically. Another 16, it will expand automatically. That means another 16 buckets will load automatically. 3/4 is done, automatically it will load another 16 buckets. So HashSet class extends to abstract set and implements the set interface. So these are all the constructors, and methods are same methods that you have seen in the collection interface. There is no much difference here. So then linked HashSet. What is the difference between HashSet and linked HashSet? So HashSet doesn't maintain the insertion order. If you use the HashSet, it won't return which order you inserted, same order you won't get. But linked HashSet, which maintains the insertion order. It contains unique elements, obviously. Any set class contains the unique elements only, no duplicates. But it inserts an order will be written to you by linked HashSet. And then what is a tree set? A tree set class implements the set interface and a sorted set also. So like HashSet, tree set also contains unique elements, but the main thing is they will be sorted in the alphabetical order. Ascending order, they will sort. So that is the tree set. So you want to sort any elements. So you can go for a tree set. Ascending order, if you want to sort, you can go for the tree set. Okay. This is the interview questions, and also programming, you will use this. How can you convert the set into list? You already have a set collection. How can you convert into list? So this is the answer. List. What are the generic type? List equal to new array list, and you pass the set collection. This set will be converted into list collection. Another one, vice versa. So this is the one. Convert the list into set collection. You have a list already. How can you convert into set collection? So set data type collection name equal to new hash set. So generic type and give the list collection name. Automatically it will be converted into set collection. So what is the difference between list and set? Already I have given, but let me give you more. So list can contain duplicate elements, whereas set can contain unique elements. List is ordered collection, whereas set is unordered collection. List elements can be accessed using index, whereas set collection elements cannot be accessed using index. This is a very important point. You cannot use a get method for set collection. You can use get method only for list collection. List is implemented by array list, linked list, vector, whereas set is implemented by HashSet, linked HashSet, and tree set classes. See, if you list out these 4 points, that's good enough. Then what is the difference between iterator and list iterator? So again, once again, iterator can traverse the elements in forward direction only, whereas list iterator can traverse the element in both the directions. Forward or backward, both you can do with the list iterate, but so iterator can be in one direction. List iterator inheriting the iterator interface. So it comes with extra functions like so has previous, next to next, has next methods you will get in the list iterator. So we can use iterator to traverse set and list collections, whereas list iterator can be used only for list collection. That's the difference between iterator and list iterator. Okay, you have a list collection and a set type collection. How you can iterate them? So one is using iterator method. So that is the one. Either this method can be used for iterating the either list or set, both you can iterate with this iterator method. So iterator it equal to collection name dot iterator while it has next and get the value of that it variable with the next method. This is the one approach. Same code you will use, only you'll replace here your collection name. If it is a list collection, put list collection name. If it is a set collection, put the set collection name here. But remaining code, everything same. If you are not printing, use this wherever you want this value. So instead of printing, you can use other places also. Okay, what is the other way you can iterate? Using for each loop. So for bracket, data type, variable name colon collection name. So statement and logic. You can iterate the collection or array both by for each loop. So for each loop you can use for list collection and set collection also for both. These two you can use for both, but this one you can use only for list collection. So for bracket initialization, semicolon condition, semicolon increment or decrement, and statement and logic. Okay. So work out on all these exercises and send me your exercise and also read this. And I want you to perfectly come back on January 2nd, right? January 2nd. Okay. So with all this, read multiple times and come back. Okay. And we'll write the programs on that day. Okay. One by one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.